Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Bitcoin report for Saturday, March 26th, and I'll just stay with this particular chart here. As you know, we're looking at the move up here as being bullish or bearish, but the thing is that it still has further to move to the upside. So if we take it from this dogleg sort of low area here, we've been counting as 1 and 2 here, and ignoring the spike there and looking at it as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave for wave 1. Now that could be wave A or it can be wave 1. As simple as that, and the same with the reversal here as wave 1, wave 2B, or this 2 here as well. So then 1 and 2, and then yesterday we were looking up here. So we've got basically wave 1 and 2 here. We looked at being long at this point. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, the fourth wave. This fourth wave could pull back a little bit further. But yeah, it's okay where it is. But if it does have another little leg down, level to this little move here, that would be technically the wave 4 of one lesser degree in through there. So it may or may not pull back in there. So just be a little bit mindful of that. So there or there for that placing. And then we're looking for 5 waves up here through the 45,000. So yesterday when we spoke, 45,000 was our target, but I can see here that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 to move up here. So we'll be moving up. The first high above the level here could take us to, let's say, 46,000, and then we should see an ABC for wave 4 here, and then a move up from that point. So still further to go. I do need to point out, if I was looking at this here as an A wave and a B wave and a C wave up here, then that C wave would need to be here. So that would be the top of that trend at that point. So this is where it becomes interesting, because if we get an ABC pattern here, we can go long above the B wave. And what that does, not only puts us long, but it also tells us that we're going into a higher trend as well, another degree higher. So the bullish patterns look quite good at this point. If I looked at Ethereum here for a moment, we'll look into Ethereum in this triangle pattern of wave 3 here, with an A, B, and C, D, and E over here for wave 4. Now this may or may not be the case. I'm just saying that this, if Ethereum was going to be bearish, then this is the likely pattern that it would be. So in that, if we look at this as an A wave here and then a B wave to this point here, that means we're looking for 5 waves in this move here. So yesterday we started counting as 1 and 2 here, and then 3 and 4 here. And I can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2 here. And this would all be the third wave and a fourth wave and a fifth wave here. So if Ethereum was going to top out, then it would top out in this leg. This would be the last leg. So looking for 5 waves in that leg there. So next session we pick it. We'll see how it goes over the weekend. We'll keep a bit of an eye on it. But yeah, that could certainly sort of be a top there, but would still have this triangle pattern to look at. The actual crypto index here, well, there's quite a few different indexes. This is just the top 10 here. So the best fit for this here would be the A wave, a B wave, and a C wave up here. So looking for 5 waves up here. But as I just mentioned with Ethereum and Bitcoin, would still need one more leg up here to produce a move down at that point. And the other point too that I think is worth looking at, which we mentioned yesterday, let me just bring this up. This is the S&P 500 here, and the Nasdaq and the QQQ and the stocks are in the same boat as well. What we can look for is, because equities and crypto had the same lows in place, then the move up in the S&P would be important in grouping all those assets together. So as wave 1 and 2 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, fourth wave. So what you can look for the crypto index or Bitcoin and that is really, we're just looking for 5 waves here in the S&P, so 1 and 2 here, and we're starting into the third wave here, and then we'll have the fourth wave and the fifth wave. It might get a bit sticky around here because this blue line is the 61.8% retracement level, so you might see it sort of, yeah, being a bit sticky around that number. But yeah, I mean, this can help with the Bitcoin. So if you even if you don't trade the S&P, you might see a clearer count here. So just basically wave 1 here and 2 here. Wave 3 here should be longer than wave 1 here, so that could be kind of helpful. That could even take you up to the 4650 at that stage, but I think that we really need to bring in the 4600 at this stage. So I'm just going to bring that in as a flat line. And what I normally say is that 600 is important, the 700 is important, but the 650, 4650 is more important, which is the lower end of minor group 2, 65, 72 and 80. That's another story. But anyway, the 4600 and the 4650 would be the top areas for the S&P here. So if you can compare that to bringing Bitcoin back over here, then you'll be, but obviously Bitcoin moves over the weekend, and the futures market doesn't. It's kind of putting the futures market in, the futures market was trading 24/7 nearly in the old days. And the crypto market has come on and given the markets a new breed of life, trading over the weekend, which is fantastic for retail traders, of course. But normally sort of lower volume over the weekend. But anyway, that's where it is, guys. So I won't go into the bigger picture today, but we'll look at that in the next video, because we're tracking a few different counts in there. And as I always say, when sometimes with the markets you know what's going on and sometimes you don't. And when you don't, we just stay with the intraday trade, and I can see that the market needs to push higher from this place. And the 45,000 here, the 5 is really the key here. 5 is the second strongest number in the market. So we're going to see at this level here, across this level, we will see a classic trading levels pattern across there. So if that's the 45 across there, you're going to see the arrival where we are now, the reaction, first high above the level, then the ABC, and then look for support over here. If you're looking for the entry, you start from the top, go to the second high, and then go down to the third high. Inside this little pattern here, which is very simple, just 2 lines here, what's actually going on in here is the whole of this pattern again will occur at this point. So coming up here will be the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and this straight line here will be the ABC pattern like this here. And then you can start from the top there again and continue to work down until you get triggered, and off you go again. So yeah, look, it's very simple, but it's quite complex behind that, but it's very helpful. Alrighty, I'm just going to leave it all at that. Enjoy the weekend. Cheers.